Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss about the later Vedic period. In previous video, we talk about the early Vedic period and their situations and conditions. But today we talk about the conditions of the Aryans during the time of later Vedic period. In later Vedic period, the Aryans expand from the Indus Valley to Gangetic Plain. During the time of early Vedic period, the people of Aryans stayed at the region of Sapta Sindhu, but later they were migrated to Gangetic Plain from the Sapta Sindhu region to east part of India. This information refers the Shatapatha Brahmana of Aryans literature. Okay? The chronology of later Vedic period is 1000 BC to 600 BCE is the chronology of the later Vedic period. In this time, the Aryans moves from the Sapta Sindhu region to the Gangetic Plain. This information clearly denotes from the Shatapatha Brahmana is refers the expansion of Aryans moves towards to the east side of the Bharat or east side of India. And in this time, during the time of later Vedic period, the Aryans divide several tribes and kingdoms. In early Vedic period, we can found only sects or janas, but this type of administration system can be changed. How tribes and kingdoms mentioned in this time, a large size of kingdoms were came to existence. Which time? The later Vedic period. And also the later Vedic period known as epic age. Epic means in Telugu Hitihasam. In ancient Indian literature, two are the most important epics, and this is also a holy books of Indian culture. They are, one is Ramayana and the second one is Mahabharata. These two epics are composed during the time of later Vedic period. That's why the later Vedic period known as epic age. Here I mentioned this period was known as epic age because the Ramayana and Mahabharata composed in this time. These two are epics of Indian culture. That's why the later Vedic period known as epic age. But early Vedic period known as Rig Vedic period. Why? The first Veda, Rig Veda, it is composed during the time of early Vedic period. That's why that is known as Rig Vedic period. This one known as epic age. Okay, and also the later Vedic period, one of the most important development activity, that is the growth of large kingdoms. Which time? The later Vedic period. This was the most development activity, that is growth of large kingdoms. For example, Kuru and Panchala kingdoms are most famous large kingdoms. These two kingdoms are existence in the region of Delhi and surrounding areas. Delhi and surrounding areas. And Hastinapura was the capital of Kuru family. Hastinapura was the capital of Kuru family, and this Kuru family was most important in the history of Mahabharata. You know Mahabharata? The Kauravas and Pandavas are belongs to this Kuru sect or Kuru claim. The Kauravas and Pauravas, Pandavas and Kauravas fought with themselves. That is known as the Battle of Mahabharata. In this Mahabharata battle, the Kuru family was collapsed or declined. After decline of Kuru family, a number of new kingdoms came to existence in Delhi and surrounding areas, and also came to existence in another part of India. In that they are Kosala, Panchala, Kasi, Videha are the most kingdoms in the replace of Kuru dynasty. I mentioned here two are the most important rulers in the history of later Vedic period. They are Adasha Shatru, the king of Kasi, and Janaka, the king of Videha, and Yajnavalkya also stayed in the court of Janaka. And also we can see a number of kingdoms in another part of India, especially the east part of India. We can found a new kingdoms. They are Magadha, Anga and Vanga. These three kingdoms are ruled in the region of East Bharat or Eastern India, like now West Bengal and Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha type of states. A region was once upon a time ruled by Magadha, Anga, Vanga. These three kingdoms are ruled the eastern part of India during the time of later Vedic period. And some of another literature also refers the divisions of India during the time of later Vedic period. In that time, the Aryavarta was one division, and Madhya Desha is second division, and Dakshinapada is third division during the time of later Vedic period. So this is the introduction part of the later Vedic period. In this content, we shall discuss the brief introduction of the Aryan people during the time of later Vedic period. Okay, now I will explain about the administration organization of the later Vedic period. During the time of later Vedic period, what type of administration should be followed by the rulers? What type of administration should be followed by the kingdoms. Okay, we can see already I explained to you a large scale of a large size of kingdoms were established during the time of later Vedic period. And in this time, Jana and tribes were. The time of early Vedic period, Jana and tribes were changed into Janapadas and Rastras. This is most important development activity of the later Vedic period. The early Vedic period of administration organization is Jana and tribe was changed into Janapadas and Rastras. This is bigger size, and also the royal power had increased simultaneously with the expansion of the kingdom. ఒకవైపు రాజ్య విస్తరణ ఏ రకంగానైతే డెవలప్ అయిందో దాంతోపాటు ద రాయల్ పవర్స్ ఆల్సో హ్యాడ్ ఇంక్రీజ్డ్, అవి కూడా పెరిగిపోయింది. అండ్ ఆల్సో ద కింగ్ పర్ఫార్మ్డ్ వేరియస్ రిచువల్స్ అండ్ సాక్రిఫైసెస్ during the time of later Vedic period. The king performed various rituals and sacrifices. What is mean by rituals and sacrifices? యజ్ఞాలు, క్రతువులు అని పిలుస్తాం కదా అవి. సో why the king performed various rituals and sacrifices? One and only reason, that is strengthen his power. For the strengthen his power, he performed a various type of rituals and sacrifices. Example, what type of rituals, what type of sacrifices should be done by the king? One is Rajasuya. It means consecration of ceremony. And second one, Ashwamedha, horse sacrifice. Vajapeya, chariot race. These three are the most important rituals and sacrifices done by the king during the time of later Vedic period. And also kings assumed the titles. We can observe in the time of early Vedic period, there is no titles of ruler like Rajan. But during the time of early Vedic period, the power of kings has been increased. That's why he assumed so many titles like Maharaja, Maharajadi Raja, Raja Martanda, Ekrat, Samrat, Raja Vishwajanana. This type of titles were assumed by the ruler or king during the time of later Vedic period. And a number of new officials came to existence in the place of Purohita, Senani and Gramani. During the time of early Vedic period, we can found only two members are most important to the help of the Rajan. One Purohita and second one Senani. But in this time, with Purohita, Senani and Gramani, a number of new officials were appointed by the king in the part of administration. They are treasury officer, tax collector and royal messenger. Treasury officer, tax collector and royal messenger. This type of new officials were appointed by the king for the purpose of administration. And the lower level administration was carried by the various village assemblies. The Purohita, Senani, Gramani, treasury officer, tax collectors, royal messengers are stayed in the court of royal palace. But the village level administration should be controlled by the village assemblies. This is the lower level of administration during the time of later Vedic period. Why the village assemblies came to existence in this time? Because the Sabha and Samiti, these two are the most important administration wings at the time of early Vedic period. But the Sabha and Samiti has been lost its power during the time of later Vedic period. In that place, the village assemblies came to existence to the control of the lower assembly or administration. So this was the most important political organizations of later Vedic period. Okay students, tomorrow we shall discuss about the social, economic and religious conditions. What type of social and religious economic conditions during the time of later Vedic period. This type of information can be discussed in next video.